it's Priya from Mom's Pump here, and I have been trying to go live on Facebook for the last few minutes with Super Sue, and Facebook was down. What would you do without Facebook or Instagram? Our whole lives would stop, pretty much. So I'm at home in the kitchen. Oh, I see Super Sue right now. Let me bring her in. I just invited you, Super Sue. Hopefully she'll get on. What would we do without social media? And seriously, from a business standpoint, we need social media. We were planning to go Facebook Live for weeks now, and then the minute we get a chance, it's down for a whole hour. Get your act together, Facebook. Okay, she's still waiting to come in. So I have not talked to Sue. I have talked to Sue. I haven't seen Sue all summer, and we are scheduled to start.
I don't know if I'm doing this right.
Green.
Oh, hold on a second. I'm like all discombobulated.
Oh my God, I love this.
What?
We're split screen.
I know. And we're like miles and miles apart. This is
Oh my
awesome.
God. How
Okay.
awesome is that?
I don't hope this is a ball. Thanks, Tyler. Tyler's little tripod thing is not like agreeing. Okay.
You
Here we
look
go.
fabulous, honey. You look beautiful.
Hey. You look fabulous.
You look fabulous.
Say something. Oh, I'm reading it. Say something that my.
So.
Hey, Wade. I know you're somewhere in the background.
He says hi.
Okay.
You can see his hands.
Okay.
Oh, so I don't know.
Got my mom juice. My mom juice.
Ooh, what's in that cup?
No, it's just coffee. It's too early for anything else.
What?
It's just coffee. Oh, God.
Well, actually,
I wish. You know, I had to drive later, so I was like,
Well, I'm lying. This is not alcohol. It's actually, this is a tea bag. So what I like to do is create little
tea bag.
It's a shut up. She's like tea bag. It's seltzer water with a tea bag, so it's a little spritz.
Okay.
Kimmy did it for me once, so I love it.
Oh, okay. The only thing I have is my coffee, and look, my dog. I think she's still alive. Hold on.
Oh my gosh, she's gotten so big.
She's a beast. She doesn't move. That's all she does all day.
Fiona, can she hear me?
Look, you can call her and she won't answer you. Look. Fiona. See, she doesn't move. She doesn't do anything. Until the kids get home. Then she gets a little active. Look, I'm calling. Bella, she's like knocked out. Like, wait, hold on.
Aww.
Where is she? Do you see her?
Hey, Bella.
Everybody's quiet.
Aww.
Nobody's barking.
Well,
which
that's
is good.
perfect for the middle of the day. That's what I love about the kids being in school. It's completely quiet. There's no noise.
Yes, exactly.
So I haven't seen you all summer.
I know.
This is the first time I've seen you.
I know, it's so bad.
It's really
what have you been doing all summer?
So we've done a lot of beach. We went to Far Rockaway Beach a lot.
Yeah.
And I did the summer series for Pink Life. I did some of
Okay.
that. And just been working a lot. I kind of feel like it went by too quick. They only had like a month and a half off of school.
Okay.
What about you?
We went camping for 2 weeks.
Oh, I saw that.
Yes, in an RV though. So don't think I lived in a tent for 2 weeks, because that was not happening.
You were glamping.
Yeah, pretty much. So we did that for 2 weeks, and just my life during the summertime just kind of revolved around like the kids' lives. Like it's like beach, park, whatever, just, swimming, whatever, just doing stuff.
So
that's it. Nothing exciting.
I've been obsessed lately with camping and RV videos on YouTube. And there's this family that I follow. They're called We're the Russos. And
Okay.
the guy and his wife and this dog that travel all around the United States, and then they've been recording all their adventures living in a camper van. And I've just been obsessing over it.
Oh my God.
I've thought of you guys a few times because I know you guys have the RV and
Yeah.
you're able to go travel places.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know how long. I mean, I was in it for like 2 weeks, like straight, like 14 days straight. So that was more than enough for me.
The four of you shared it, or were there other people there?
There were other people there. So then the husbands left with the wives. The wives and the children to fend for themselves. No, we did pretty good, you know.
You camping? They left you to
what? Yeah, they left us, but we were fine. We did fine.
What forest did you guys go camping in?
No, we were just at a campground. So we had, you know, it was like, it had like all the hookups and stuff. So it wasn't that like, it wasn't like they just like left us in the middle of the woods.
Oh.
Because if they would have left us in the middle of the woods, I would have been crying.
You're bad.
I would have been like curled up in like a fetal position.
Oh my
like,
God.
With like a box of wine. Is it time to go?
You would have been running with your box of wine like,
and a s'more in my hand.
But you're such a badass. I can't imagine you like, you know, running for your life. I can see you picking up a stick and fighting.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
Or just like throwing stuff. Just don't throw the box of wine.
Oh, but I miss you. I'm so glad we get
I
to
miss
do
you
Facebook
too.
Live.
Don't look at my nails are horrible. I have to
I haven't even done my nails.
I feel like I haven't gotten anything done because like I feel like, you know, well, now that the kids are back in school, I'm slowly getting back into a routine, but I'm just like, I feel like I'm still like kind of like, you know, more focused on, you know, getting them all settled for school and in a routine, and then just kind of like let yourself go a little bit.
What do you mean? Like drinking during the day?
No, not drinking during the day. No, like I have to go to the gym. Like I feel like I need to go to the gym. So.
Oh, I hear you about that. So I've been so happy since the kids have been in school because, you know, we work from home. We run all our businesses from home and stuff. So Wade and I have been walking every morning to the park. So I haven't really been documenting on social media much, but for the last 2 weeks, we've been walking like a couple miles.
Okay.
When we get to the park, I do like, I don't know what you call them, but you like step up. You like, I don't know what you
like
call
lunges?
Well, they're not lunges.
Like lunges?
I know
like
you
lunges?
When you work out. You like step on the bench and like.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You like step up, come down, step up.
Okay.
I'm really retarded right now saying that. And then I was doing this thing where I was like jumping and kicking like, I don't know.
Like, what do you think? You're the Karate Kid or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up?
It weighs like Mr. Miyagi.
Well, he was doing pull-ups.
Was he? Oh, you know, because
God.
when you're in the 40 club, you know, you got to keep it tight and right, like because
she said
we can get soft very quickly.
Oh.
You know? I know. It's only a couple more weeks before I join the 40 club. So
he's like this.
Yeah.
So talking about our husbands, so we wanted to do Facebook Live to talk because we have hashtag the Pink Life and we haven't been able to get together yet to film, and because of breaks and other issues. So our topic today is about sex. You know,
ooh, so taboo.
like this topic.
Yeah, I do.
The kids are back in school. We don't really have more time on our hands. They're just not around. So it's easier to get it on, you know, and a lot of parents, when they're just having kids and they're nursing, you know, their whole life is consumed by them. And thankfully, when they're older, they can go off to school. And if they're lucky enough to work from home, they'll have some free time, especially with each other. So I actually saw this topic on Wendy Williams a few days ago about scheduling sex. So as parents, scheduling sex.
I don't know how well that would work out. Like, let me pull out my calendar. What works for you? Like, I don't know. I like to be a little bit more spontaneous. I get it. Like, you know, but with kids, it can be a little tough to maneuver.
Yeah.
But I'm like, scheduling sex. Oh, that's it. I guess that's, you know,
Well,
I guess
so
you could try it.
So is it okay to schedule sex?
Does that guarantee me an orgasm? I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's a lot of pressure because now you're scheduling it, right?
Right. So
yeah.
I mean, it shouldn't really, when you're scheduling sex with your partner or your spouse, you're technically just making time for it so you can get it on.
Yeah.
When the kids are home, or even when you have a baby, you have to schedule it, right? Because there's so much going on. You have to take care of the kid, and then the before you know it, you're tired, you're falling asleep. So
well, I want to say, like, the first couple of years, I felt like I was a zombie, you know, with the kids, you know, because just being so, like, you know, well, the boys are 13 months apart, so it was just, I felt like the first couple of years I was a zombie. I didn't really feel very pretty or sexy, you know, but that's, I think, just normal feelings. Like, after you have a baby, you just feel like no, I don't feel hot. I don't want you seeing me naked. I don't, you know. So it's just, I don't know. It's just a lot of things that you take into consideration, but scheduling it, I don't know.
Well, I think scheduling it is a good thing because this way you're making time for each other, because it's hard when you're just having a baby or when the kids are old. It's just hard. You know, it's not like you can, well, I mean, when the kids are older, you could technically escape into the next room and they wouldn't know what's going on. Right?
Yeah, but then you have to be really quiet, and then you feel like guilty when you walk out of the door, like, what were you guys doing? Nothing.
Why were you jumping on the bed? Why were you and Daddy jumping on the bed? We can hear you jumping on the bed.
We're just rearranging furniture, and we decided to move it back.
You said we couldn't jump on the bed. Why are you jumping on the bed?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's like bad.
So the pretty thing is actually a good topic because after the kids were born, like I'm just starting to feel like I have my mojo back. Like I told Wade, I was like, I feel sexy again. Like I'm taking better care of myself now, but back then I didn't feel sexy. You know, I didn't love my curves after the baby was born. I didn't love the shape of my body. I hated my stretch marks.
Yeah.
And, sex was just a chore. You know, it was a chore. Now it's not.
No offense, Wade.
He knows. Okay. Whatever. Did you ever feel like that it was a chore?
Wasn't like it. Well, I just felt like not a chore, but I just felt like, I don't know, I just didn't feel very like confident in myself. You know, because you know, your body is in a shape that you're not really used to. You know what I mean? And sometimes people have these expectations, like, you know, you're going to bounce back, and some people bounce back right away, and some people it takes a little bit longer. So it just never felt like a chore, but I just felt I was just exhausted. Like I said, the first couple of years I was like a zombie. I don't remember much of it. I just know with lack of sleep, things weren't like, you know, I wasn't really focused on it. I know probably like my husband was, but I wasn't. So it took a couple of years to get that focus going.
Do you think that all your attention being on the kids the whole time and just being exhausted? Because I know parents that work a lot, they find it hard to make time to have sex. Like it's hard for them to do that.
Yeah, well, just any time, alone time, you know, just like even just to talk to each other during the day. You know, sometimes, like, you know, if one parent is home all day with the kids and then the other one's out working all day, and then by the time the one comes home, they're too exhausted too because they've just been working all day, but you're exhausted too because you've been taking care of the kids all day.
Well,
so
you're working all day technically if you're home with the kids.
Well, that's what I mean. You're taking care of the kids all day.
Yeah.
So you're both exhausted. So I don't know how well, I mean, you might fall asleep on top of each other.
There's a movie. What's that movie that we used to watch a lot, Wade? There's a movie where some parents are trying to like schedule it.
This is 40.
I think it's over 40 or this is 40 or something like that. It's about turning 40, which is about our age.
Oh my God.
Which reminds me, your birthday's coming up.
I know, I'm getting old.
You're not old. You're only 40. 39.
No, that's like, isn't that considered middle age by then?
It is. It is.
Or is it 30? Or 35 is considered middle age? 30.
No.
I guess it depends. I guess I'll find out when I die, like when I actually hit my middle age.
Oh, like if you live to 80, that's definitely middle age.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
But happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
We'll do a live Facebook.
Not yet. I'm still 39. Still 39.
You're still 39. Exactly.
Yeah. Or still 21. No, that doesn't pass
In
anymore.
our minds, 21.
What?
In our minds, we're 21.
Our minds are 21.
And our
We
bodies.
just wish everything. I just wish gravity was also 21. You know.
Well, that's what good bras are for. You gotta get a good bra.
I know. Thank God. A good push-up bra goes a long way.
Oh my God, it does. I've been trying to figure out. So I need to get a new good bathing suit for next year because the bathing suits I have don't support my boobs at all.
You have to get something like with a wire.
Yeah, with a wire. Yeah.
Yeah.
So after nursing for so long, they've like.
Nursing, age.
Yeah, Liam like sucked all the milk out, so they're like.
You opposite direction. One's going this way, one's going that way.
Pretty much opposite direction. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get back to it. So.
Okay. We're getting off topic, I think.
Off topic.
I don't know.
That's okay.
Okay.
So sex. So.
Yeah.
Scheduling sex doesn't really work the way we want it to because we're just tired. What about contraception? I know that might be TMI for some people, but what do you do for contraception?
Well, I think like I remember as soon as I gave birth,
Mm-hmm.
and I went for my, what was it, like 2 or 3 week checkup? 2-week checkup or 6-week checkup? I totally forgot. It's been like over 10 years.
Is that the last?
I remember the first, well, I think it's 6 weeks. Remember that I think it's 6 weeks you're not supposed to have sex. But a lot of people don't follow that rule.
You didn't follow that rule.
Apparently.
You told me that. You didn't follow that rule at all.
No, I did not. Yeah, well, how do you think Tyler got here?
Wait.
So.
Okay, go ahead.
So the, I just lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
Sex. Sex.
Oh yeah, like I remember when I went to my follow-up appointment with my doctor, I remember the first thing that came out of her mouth after she like checked everything, all the nooks and crannies, and said everything looks good, everything is healing up nicely. What kind of birth control are we going to put you on? You know, what are we doing for birth control? And I'm like, oh, you know, and she's like, well, you know, because the whole big thing about how you're just so fertile after you give birth. So, I mean, I guess whatever works for your body. Like, I tried the pill. I've tried different pills, and you know, so they just didn't really. I like, you know, sometimes I know some say they make their skin clear up. Some people said that no, I kind of like it didn't make my skin clear up. Some gain weight, you know. But I guess you have to whatever works for you in your body is probably the best thing. And then, you know, discussing it with your doctor, you'll come up with like a plan of what works for you. So did you not the pull and pray? No pull and pray. That doesn't work.
Did you take contraception after Troy then? Did you do contraception?
I did birth control, but then you know what it was? Also, I was so bad. Like, you know, you're supposed to take it at the same time every day, and that just, you know, and sometimes I would forget. So, and then,
so that
you know, they had
that.
What?
That's how.
And then I tried like the NuvaRing. Remember the ring thing? I tried that, and then I ended up getting, you know, pregnant when I was on that. Yeah.
Those are the things that you put on the cervix, right? That it goes up there and sticks.
Yeah, it just goes up there. Yeah. I know, it's so weird.
Yeah, that's.
So obviously.
When I think of those things, I think it feels like weird saying that we have to stick something up there to block it.
Yeah,
but it's
well, there's so many things, like, you know, I would, you know, some condoms. Some people just prefer condoms because it's just so much, you know, easier. You know.
So it's so funny because I asked you earlier. I was like, "Do you have any condoms?"
Yeah.
And you're like,
and what did I say? I said if I had any, they'd probably be expired.
So Wade and I, so I have So after Liam was born, he got snipped. What's it called, Wade?
Vasectomy.
He had a vasectomy.
He got neutered.
He got neutered. No, his balls did not get clipped off.
No. That's the same thing as what dogs and cats go through. You know, they get neutered. They get tied up. You know. Sorry, Wade.
So
yes,
got
vasectomy.
And we haven't had to use anything. I didn't get fixed, but he got fixed.
He got fixed.
Some women, after they have C-sections, that the doctors, I've heard of this, the doctors ask, do you want us to tie your tubes while we're in there? You know, and someone opt for that. Like, either tie your tubes.
Yeah, but you know what I don't understand? Like, a lot of times, like I remember, like, when I checked into the hospital, I remember they said, well, after you give birth, are we tying your tubes? And I'm like, I kind of got thrown back because, you know, my doctor never asked me that. And when I said something to my doctor, I'm like, they asked me if I wanted my tubes tied. She was like, well, you're still young. Do you still want your tubes tied? I'm like, no, I don't want my tubes tied. Well, you know, it was just very, what?
Why did you ask them why they
I think it was just their protocol, the hospital's protocol when you check in, like, are we also tying your tubes today?
Did you have a C-section? You didn't have C-section.
No, I didn't have a C-section. So
they should have asked you that then, because that's invasive. They have to go up there or I don't know if they have like smaller incisions now for time.
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know if they planned on, like, I guess if they did have to do an emergency C-section, maybe that's why they were saying, like, are we going to also tie your tubes at the same time?
Oh.
You know.
Oh, that's what.
I don't know. I was just kind of thrown off by it because it wasn't something I discussed with my doctor. Like, you know, I wasn't planning on. I was like, no, I don't think so. So
no, you know, whenever I hear things like
I said, you know what, not for nothing. You know, I carried the babies and stuff, and I gained the weight, and I got the stretch marks, and I got the war wounds to prove it. You know, I thought my husband should be the one to get you know, not me. But he won't do it.
No,
he's like, no way. Okay. And then I said, well, then that's the same with me. No way for me.
So what if you get pregnant again?
Oh, you know what? I'm like pushing 40. I know the probability is really slim.
But it's still possible.
Don't freaking jinx me because I'll come out with if I come out with like triplets, I'm going to be mad.
Lads might have super sperm and then you're going to get pregnant. Watch.
Oh my God. You're jinxing me.
Now
I already have this big log over here that's a big enough baby for me.
Oh,
look,
well, it's like
he's still snoring.
It's like you have 5 children in the house.
Yeah, I know.
2 dogs, a husband, and kids.
I know. It really is.
Yeah. So ever since Wade got snipped, it's just been really easy. I mean, like.
You mean he's been easy? No.
Yeah, he's been very easy.
Most husbands are.
Yeah. Wink, wink. Yeah, it's really easy. We haven't had to use contraception, but before that, you know, I was on the pill. I even did the shot. You know, the 3-month shot. I forgot the name of it. It's not the.
Is it like that IUD thing?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So
was it
the Depo shot? The Depo shot.
Oh, okay.
So it's every 3 months, and I gained a ton of weight. This is when we had moved down to Miami, and before I got pregnant with Liam, I was on it, and I gained so much. Or was it after? I don't know. I gained a lot of weight, and I got so big, and I'm still working on shedding it off. Like when I moved down to Miami, I was 160. When I left, I was about 190, and
Oh wow.
Yeah, I gained a lot of weight. And then eventually I just got off of it because I didn't want, and it also like changed my moods and my hormones. So a lot of these things that you put in your body like just messes with you completely.
Yeah. You could do the pull and pray method, but that just.
You know, I never heard that. Pull and pray.
You never heard of pull and pray?
Yeah, I've heard of pull out, but I haven't heard of pull and pray. That's too funny. Pull and pray method.
Yeah. Yeah. Pull and pray. Or have you throw yourself a period party. Hey, got my period. Thank God. No.
Period party.
Like, why are we celebrating? I got my period. Yay!
Oh, man. Wow. And then I know it's tough for some women to have kids. You know, some women are either really fertile, so as soon as they get off of the contraception, bang, they get pregnant right away.
Yeah.
And then some women just, it's really tough for them to have kids. So,
Yeah.
you know, using contraception doesn't even make sense to them, you know. So hopefully for those women, they can seek the doctor, you know, ask the doctor for advice in terms of insemination and all those different techniques, IVF.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things now, but you hear stories about it's that like all the struggles that some of the women go through, you know, trying to get pregnant, and you know, who came out recently saying that they had like about 8 or 9 like miscarriages.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Somebody came.
I forgot. Somebody came out and said that. Was that
Beyond was it
no.
Beyonce?
No, was that John Legend's wife?
Oh
I don't
yeah.
even remember.
Was it Christy Teigen?
Maybe it was Christy Teigen.
I know it's a brown girl. I know
It was a brown.
it was a brown girl.
But it's so sad to hear. You know, you hear these things, you know, about, you know, some women that, you know, try to have a baby and, you know, they have like all these, you know, they have a hard time conceiving, or the worst part is that they do conceive, but they're not able to carry to term. So
Yeah, it's really tough. I know my before, I mean, it was way back when, but she had like how many miscarriages between me and my brother. And
yeah.
for me, I was huge. So she had to stay in bed. And then this was in South America. So in South America, I don't think there was medication. I don't know. I don't think she had medication. So, you know, when you give birth naturally, sometimes you have to get stitches. You have like 1 or 2 stitches. She had 36 stitches pushing me out.
Priya.
I know, and I'm still in pain.
Big ass head.
She always reminds me, 36 stitches, and I'm still in pain.
Well, because she's a petite little thing.
Yeah.
You know, your mom. So.
That's true. I'm a giant compared to. Yeah, but I was 8 pounds. No, I was 10 pounds when I was born. So that makes sense.
Oh my gosh.
I was a beast.
I know, but if your baby was 10 pounds, like now, they would do a C-section.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Unless you felt.
I would think so. Unless you felt comfortable. I don't know. Ooh.
Yeah. Can you imagine? So with Ava ended up my number 2 for moms who are watching. Ava ended up being 8 pounds at the weigh-in, but when she came out, and she felt heavier in my belly. She was the pushing was harder for her. I don't know if it's just because she was a girl and the other 2 were boys, but yeah, she was the hardest pregnancy, and she was the biggest one. So maybe that was, you know, karma.
And that was only 8. You should have gotten 2. If you got 2 extra pounds, then you know exactly what your mom felt like.
And I know I had more stitches with Ava. I remember the doctor being snip, 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 which is like.
Oh.
Did you have stitches?
Yeah, that's not exciting. Yeah, no, I got Well, I tore with one, and my doctor did cut me with the other one because she knew I was going to rip anyway.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so I got a couple of stitches down there. So.
Do you remember how?
It was just a few. I think it was like maybe like 3, between 3 and 5. You know, it wasn't that much.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So
5 stitches?
It's not. And then, you know, after you give birth or whatever, you know, the first thing they keep checking you down there.
Yeah.
You know, checking my stitches, checking me. And then like, I remember they were very big on making sure I felt comfortable to go to the bathroom, bathroom. And you know me, I'm like, if I gotta go, I gotta go.
Yeah.
So when, they were giving me that whole big like spiel about, if you gotta go, you should really go. And I was like, no, I already went already. I'm like, they're like, really? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I don't hold it in. I'm like, I'm gonna explode if I hold it in.
So what happened?
They're like, oh, that's great.
The stitches come out, or are you?
No, that's why they kept probably checking the stitches, because they say that some moms do get a little nervous about going to the bathroom afterward when you have stitches down there, because you don't want to, they get afraid that they're going to tear it again.
Oh man. Okay, so I have a gross story. I don't know if I should tell it.
Oh,
I have a really gross story. Should I tell the story? Gross story?
I don't know. Have I ever heard the story?
I don't know if I told you. Okay. You stop me if it's TMI. You stop me if it's TMI.
Okay.
So, after I had Ava, like I said, I had a lot more stitches with her than I had with Jaden, who was before. And I was laying in the bed, and you know, you're wearing those thick, really thick pads that they give you.
Like the diaper?
Yeah, they give you a diaper pretty much. It's like from front to back. And you have to wear it for how many days or whatever until it slows down. But you're so bloody down there. Again, stop me. This is TMI.
I mean, I'm getting a little nervous because you just said it was really bloody. I mean, I understand it's really bloody, but some people might feel like, I don't want to know it's really bloody. Oh my God.
Okay, I'll try to like clean it up a little bit. Okay, so they're you know the interns. What do you call them? The medical students that come in. That they walk around with the doctors and they look at the patients and blah 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 blah. So my doctor had a couple of those people. And one of them, it was a young guy, and he came back to the room to look at my stitches. He wanted to look at the stitches. And I was like, what?
By himself?
Yeah, I was like, what?
Oh.
That's just weird.
You didn't have a nurse with him?
No,
Usually they have a nurse.
I don't think a nurse was with him.
I know every time like a doctor looked, there was always a nurse standing next to them.
No, but it was just weird because I told him, I just gave birth. I have blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I told you this story because your face is just like, what? I don't want to know anymore.
What?
Yeah, so anyway, I'll stop right there. But yeah, that was just a weird situation.
Oh.
But you're right.
Yeah,
I should have thought then about asking him if there was going to be a nurse. That's a good tip. Make sure a nurse is if somebody comes.
Well, yeah, I just know that every time I go in for an exam, especially if it's a male doctor, there's always, you know, they'll always like have a nurse.
Yeah, or
like next
doctor in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, so back then it didn't even dawn on me to ask him if there could.
I'm sure it wasn't, like, you know.
I think as a medical student, he was just being curious, but it was.
Yeah, probably. He wasn't probably thinking like, oh, maybe I should have a nurse with me. That it's kind of odd that, you know.
Yeah. But he was a young guy, and he, you know, by the time he walked away, I was like, yeah, I told you so.
He will never look at it the same ever again.
Exactly. Oh my God, so this has been so much fun. I love catching up with you. And we like waited for like a whole hour to go live, so I'm glad we.
I know. We were supposed to go at 12.
See me? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had somebody calling. I had to like click it.
Oh, whoops! I didn't even do that.
Okay. So we are gonna try to go live again. This is fun.
Yes.
Kind of prefer this, maybe.
Yeah. Instead of driving, less traffic.
Less
All right.
traffic. All right. So if moms want to check out MomsPumpHere to find locations to breastfeed and breast pump, make sure you go to MomsPumpHere.com or check out our app, the MomsPumpHere Nursing Locator app, and follow us on
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're all there.
And you can find me and Super Sue on Twitter if you want to follow our personal handles at Prenamard and
at Super Sue Fitness. Yes.
Bye.
All right. Bye.